Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ILUS dropping like a hot cake. Will buyers step in today at 005s, or are we finally headed lower than 005s, possibly to 003s? This could quickly and easily drop as low as 002s. I'm not concerned, not one bit, just to be clear, but let it drop. If it's going to fall, let it fall. I'm more than happy to buy when it comes down and cheap. I already mentioned this yesterday or the day before. With the share structure that it has, one catalyst, this thing can move a whole penny. So keep that in mind. Because of the float that it has, it can move a whole penny on one catalyst, on just one big green candle. That hype alone can move it a whole penny. So I'm not concerned, but I'm not going to add any more here. I'm just going to wait and see if it holds. It's down 8%. We could easily see it close 20%. Because if it breaks below that, I mean, there's people who are just done with this stock and they're just going to be gone. They're like, I'm done. I'm just going to take the loss. I don't want to look at this red garbage stock over and over again. We know that they're just going to continue to do what they've been doing. They said that themselves. They're going to continue to do what they've been doing. And that means the share price is just going to continue to go down. So my prediction, someone asked me, what's my prediction for Ilus stock in a couple of years? Do you think it's going to go to dollars? Do you think it can go to dollars organically? No. That's the answer. Organically, it's never going to go to dollars organically. You know why? Because during this huge hype run where it ran from 4 cents to 50, that was one hell of a move, but it just could not break that 50-cent barrier. I mean, we tried, and a lot of people end up holding a bag and averaging down. So it's not going to happen. If it couldn't do it back then in such a special, unique time, such a unique opportunity there, where penny stocks were just running 10,000% on a whim. Seriously, guys, you could you could throw $10 at a penny stock and wake up the next day with $1,000 because that's that's how it was then. And people are still, unfortunately, they're still living in the past. They're still living way back in 2021, unfortunately. They don't understand that was then, this is now. And right now, if you want to make money, just add some swing trading positions. It'll eventually get a catalyst. It'll run. We take our profits, rinse and repeat. My price target for this, it's gonna be whatever. I can't give you a price target. I mean, I just can't. If it's gonna uplist, what's gonna be the price? $5, $3, $7, $8, $10? I don't know what price they're gonna be at. I can't make that prediction. But if they continue on the track that they're on, my prediction is it uplists, goes to dollars. However, they do that, it's not gonna happen organically. It's gonna go to dollars and come right back down. That's essentially what the track that they're on, unfortunately. And look at that. Look at that. You see that 10%, 12%? It's ready to dump 20%. Like I can see this dumping 20% today, possibly more. Because people are just sick of it. They're just sick of it. Like, really? That, like I said, that one video, that video PR was nothing more than the company saying to your face, we don't really care about shareholders. We're not going to communicate with them. We're just going to continue to grow the business. And that will be reflected in the future. Sure, let's believe that, or you guys get destroyed. So, yeah, that's my prediction as long as it continues doing this. But another thing I would do want to mention is, yeah, it's not going to go to dollars organically. It couldn't do it back then. It's not going to do it now with a worse share structure. It's the share structure is not bad. It's just worse than it was beforehand, which actually its share structure beforehand was good enough to allow it to run to 50 cents. If it was a really low flow, this thing could have run at dollars. ASNS is a perfect example of that, if anything. ASNS, let me show you ASNS before I go. Where's ASNS? You see that float, my friends? Look at that float. 4.66 million. Look at it. Shares outstanding, 5 million. That is million, not billions, million. And it's simple supply and demand. There's so little supply when it comes to shares that when the demand is high, when a lot of volume comes in, it just absolutely skyrockets. absolutely skyrockets. That's why you saw ASNS keep getting these massive, massive gap ups on some PRs. Again, I'm going to keep stressing the importance of PRs because clearly they're very important. They are what causes the stock price to surge higher. It's what causes the stock price to maybe even create that higher high, higher low, go on a trend, and maybe hold a higher floor. But without those PRs, again, it's on a one-way track to no man's land ultimately. And the people that get they're gonna get the short of the longs. And that's it for the video. Not gonna keep. Oh, buyers are stepping in. Finally, I'm like, are the buyers gonna step in, or are they really gonna let this break down 20%? Because it can. If this breaks down here, it's gonna go down 20% plus. It's gonna be ugly. Let's see if buyers step in. If they do, and it starts holding here, I might buy. We'll see. Though I'm gonna be patient here and wait. This is like a critical, and I mean critical test of this level. It has to prove here that it's gonna hold, and this is actually the bottom. If it doesn't hold here, oh boy, who knows how low it can go at that point. All right,